Hi friends, it's Julia. I'm here to share my process for cleaning my closet. Not necessarily my process, I guess the results of it. I'm going to show you the before. I have Christmas stuff, I have packaging stuff, I have leftover boxes, I have an old Silhouette, or not Silhouette, Cricut die cutter. I have extra packaging materials, a spirograph, more packaging materials, albums that are in process, card stash, excuse me, blank envelopes and card bases. I have mini albums, more packaging, more Christmas, an album kit, empty packaging, more albums in process, more stuff, ephemera, years of photos, years and years of photos, new albums, office supplies and stuff, completed albums. Let's get you a shot of the corner. Bags, etc., sewing machine. Oh my gosh. Yeah. It's a complete and utter mess. My goal is to empty everything out and to start the process of sorting through what I don't need and getting rid of, and getting everything put back in a neat and tidy manner with room to grow. I don't need all of this stuff, so it's time to work through it and clean it out. I'll show you an update here in a little while. It is Sunday morning and it is 8:37. So we'll see how far I get today. No, we're going to finish this today. Yeah, we'll see how far I get in a little while. Alright, be back. Alright, the closet is cleaned out. Everything is empty. The shelves. I left the cardboard pieces that I had on the shelves. The floor, even behind the door, everything is clean. I have these chipboard pieces, cardboard pieces on the shelves when I set my albums so the pages don't fall through. I think I have some extra things from the dollar store that I'm going to use instead. Storage stuff I have here. That pile I already had. There's that container that was up on the top shelf, and then the wire baskets. All of this I previously had sitting here because it's all storage stuff that I want to hang on to and use for the closet if need be. I did put my mat and the dog's pillows in the spare room, and then coming into the living room, let me pan around, and it's like, oh my gosh, how did all that fit in there? This side, these are my mini albums and my cards, and starting here, all of this is photos. Yeah, I have a thing that my husband got me several years ago for putting my negatives into the computer. I have a box of negatives there, and then another box of negatives there, and then tons of photo albums. Scrapbooks. Yeah. Office stuff is on this side, and those are really all the boxes that I had. These are all scrappy bags and supplies that were in there. Bags and bags and boxes. Empty albums. I had more empty albums than I thought. Lamps. Those are divider pieces that go into my Michael's cubes. Kids stuff. All of my notebooks. Some extra bags. My Cricut is up there. All of my photo bag stuff. My camera bag stuff. Random bags. Y'all, I'm a bag lady. I have so many bags. Then I have my cross stitch and sewing supplies here. And then here I have all of my packing stuff for like gifts and that kind of thing. And then I have a couple of canvases. And I actually found my roll of craft paper. When the kids were little, I would put that across my table and tape it down, and then they could craft on that. But yeah, if you've seen my tabletop, you know I lost it. It was buried way over in the corner. I couldn't see it. So yeah, I'm super excited to start reorganizing and putting everything away. I'm going to start with the drawers. I'm going to go through here, clean and sort these out, which is, I've done it recently, relatively recently, maybe 6 months or so ago. So I just need to sort through, make sure I have everything that I want out. A tablet holder, cords, random cords and things, bags, envelopes, coin pockets, plastic baggies, these type of bags, my extra ATG, my extra trimmer, I have a crimper, I have some ribbon roll things, more bags, y'all, and then office stuff up here in the top. I'm covering that up because it's my checkbook. We still use checks for some bills. Yeah, but that's it. That's everything. Now I have to clean and sort, get all of this cleaned back off, which really is only this portion. This stuff down here, like my Close to My Heart catalog. This is the kids stuff. These are all the photo things, and I have gotten rid of quite a few of the photos. So I only have that left to get rid of. This is my current November counterfeit kit. These are for videos that I'm narrating. Yeah, and then all of the storage down there stuff. And then these are all of my layouts from the year. And my messy desk. I'm in process with the page kit right now. So I need to work on that later today. But first I have to finish the closet. More later. So I have all the photos back on these shelves. I have 2 empty photo albums here. But all of those are photos and negatives over the years. And I didn't have quite enough room. So I have some digital files that need to be sorted through, and some random photos that I found tucked here and there. This is also digital files, but I felt like it fit up here, so I just put it there. These photos, I want to get more albums like this, what I store my current photos in, and fill them up, you know, or take everything out of those old albums and resort them. And yeah, all of the drawers are sorted. I went through and I cleaned out a ton of stuff. I say a ton of stuff. I started a little bag down here, and it's got quite a few things in it already. I even got rid of some bags, y'all. So yeah, on to the next shelf. So it's 3 o'clock and I've finished. Gonna come, just pan up and down. It may not look incredibly changed to you, but it is to me. It's so much neater, so much tidier. Let me back out and show you. I still have a collection of storage containers. Some I moved to the kitchen to use in the cupboards there. In the pantry, but I have some here. These color bins I think are still going to go into my spare bedroom, into the closet there, and then I have those 2 bags there that I use a lot for travel, so those may go into my travel bags. And then all of those what do you call it, cropper hopper things for the paper, I might use those. And then I have one of these bins left. I considered putting it here, but while this is here, I don't want to put it there, and I still may put that over in that corner. But yeah, I did take my dies out of these 2 drawers. I did not realize it, but when my husband was putting this together, it wasn't perfectly lined, so it's like cracked right there on just the one drawer. But this is already, just from a couple of weeks of having the dies in there, the weight is pulling everything center down. You can see how it gaps there in the middle, wider at the bottom, narrower at the top. And so I didn't want to leave that. If I had put it down at the bottom, it might have been okay. So I have all of my dies there. I don't know if I'm going to put my silhouette, which is behind there. I may put my silhouette back on my table and just leave those dies up on top of there. Going through, I found, oh, and I still have all of these bins. I don't know what I'm going to do with quite yet. I found this from a store that used to be here a long time ago, and for one of the crops they have these embroidered for us, and so I think I want to have that framed. It is actually a bag. This was our goodie bag that all of our stash came in from the crop. I don't care anything about having a bag per se, but I really love the quote there, and I think I might have it framed. These are that's foam that I use for stamping. These are all like paper things, and there's a project. I've done one layout with my husband's cigar bands, and then this is another project that this is an old calendar. This is from 2015. I found it sorting through, and so each month there is a photo and the month header on the top of the page. Well, what I did previously is I took the old calendar page, I took the header, and then I put it at the top, and then cut the spiral off and put the layout there. The calendar page is still behind, but I glued it down to the paper so that it would look nicer. This is a later date than this one, and they all still have the little holes in them because calendars need to hang, so they all have little holes at the top. So I need to go through and I need to cut that calendar up and put it in this album as well and call that done. I have not sorted through these layouts yet, but these will be end of the year. I have a big project coming up. So into the closet, I will show you, I did find this fold out board, and then I have this foam board, both of which I use occasionally. I found them over in the corner. But I took my, coming into the closet, this is my little work table, and I just have some over-the-door hooks that I just hung that on. And I use it when people are here scrapbooking with me. My risers there, my tripod, and then my roll of craft paper are over in that corner. Let me step back out. And on the door I have my kids, when they were little, my girls, they had this super cute little apron. Yeah, they've way outgrown that. And then of course my apron, which is completely paint stained. They've used it multiple times in painting. But I have my Cricut in this basket. I have my extra trimmer there. I have my Cricut in here. Christmas here, and I put Christmas in that box, and then Christmas in that bin up there, as opposed to having that one box with the open top. I have my extra lamps there. This is a travel bag, and then I have some files back there, some random boxes that electronics came in, the spirograph and the Mahjong game, and then I have some planner supplies, a project for 4th of July, and then I put all of my sewing things into here. I have most of my sewing, all of my sewing here, as well as my cross stitch. So a lot of this in here is cross stitch, and I have the bulk of the fibers in the back there. And then here, my sewing box, I went through and I sorted and I cleaned. Same with this box. I went through and sorted and cleaned out. Here on this shelf I have album page protectors. I have 2 albums that just need photos. These are my extra bags and packaging for kids. These are all of my notebooks, etc. that I cleaned out of my big desk when I gave that away. Planner supplies here. My mini albums and cards are back here. Over here is where I put the memorabilia in this bin. It's still in the same bin. I just moved it over here. And then I have these 3 containers. This one is empty with the exception of having those divided trays in them. And then I have a girl album kit and then a Halloween. That's all of my Halloween collection. My 2 things that I use for sorting, that's for traveling. Don't look at my checks. They're still sitting there in the same spot. I don't know why. I just don't flip it over. Okay, so I have those 2 containers there. I have that for traveling. I have office supplies and a mixture of office supplies and craft supplies in here. I did get rid of a couple of bags. I still have my extra ATG, some randomness in this bin here, a hole punch in my crimper. I just can't let that crimper go. Plastic bags, and then more office supplies down in here. I have my bags here, and I can press those, put bags in bags there, and a carry-on bag. My sewing machine, all of my photos are still the same. And then here, that's where the photos carried over to. And then these are layouts here that are for other people. There's not very many, not enough to make an album with, but over the course of years there might be, who knows. These are all of my empty albums. I have one 8.5 by 11, the rest are 12 by 12, and these are all of my albums in progress. I have an unfinished layout. I have a family, 2 family. This one is travel, like for family reunion, 4th of July, any trips we might take, and then one for each of my sons. So you may not see a huge difference in there, but I can see a tremendous difference in the entire closet. I still have some stuff here on the table to sort through, finish up, put away, manage, figure out what I'm going to do with. But for the most part, it's done. And I'll walk you in here. And I did purchase a couple of months ago. I did purchase one of those 2 by 3 shelves from Target, and I started putting some albums in. You can see most of those were in the closet, in my scrapbook room, especially all of those down there, and I think maybe 5 of these. These 4 in one of these. These others were in this room, in my spare room here. And then I found one that should have gone to my son's house but did not, and one that the tag has come off of, so I need to fix. But as far as that goes, yeah, I have an empty box that I need to, that I'm going to use in the closet in the spare room to put some stuff in before I get rid of it. And then on into the living room. This is everything that I cleaned out of the closet. I have the storage boxes, the photo boxes. I have baskets and bins. I have tons of stuff down in here. The sack and more stuff in here, the 2 canvases. And then I have a box over here that came from the top of the closet that is full of like old video games and that kind of stuff that we need to go through, see if they work and see if we want to keep them. But I think that's it as far as storage goes. And having my craft room completely done, this feels absolutely amazing, and what I have left here won't take any time to sort through. But having that done, it just takes such a weight and such a burden off, and to be able to walk into my closet and see the floor See the floor. Oh, I forgot to tell you, that's the kids' craft area down there. That's their stuff. But just to see the floor, it's just amazing. And know that there's room down there if I want to put another one of those bins. I have another one of those available if I want to slide it in there for anything in particular. But yeah, my big travel bag is back under the table, but the clear plastic storage bins are no longer on top. And the dog's pillows, of course, are back under there because they spend a lot of time on those pillows. Anywho, but that's it. I appreciate you guys sticking around and watching my video. And I hope this gave you some inspiration to get into your room and to reorganize something or rearrange or just reconfigure something. Whatever it is that makes you happy with your space. Anyway, guys, I will see you on the next video. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.